Hello, YouTube. So this past week on Nickelodeon, they've been airing the first few episodes of Fairly Odd Parents, A New Wish. Fairly Odd Parents! That is not a sequel anybody was asking for by any means, because when that original show ended, everybody was like, let's just kill this brand off. But they tried to do a live action last year. Yeah, we see how that went.
Show's over, cheapskate!
But now we've got A New Wish, which has been a surprise hit. So I thought I'd get on here and I'd share my thoughts on why this was a success. And I am pleasantly surprised. This is not something I saw coming. And just a side note, it has been so fun tuning into Nickelodeon again. They've been airing the SpongeBob between the Fairly OddParents new episodes. I've been getting my life every day. Oh, nostalgia. It gets you. The original Fairly OddParents
Yeah, right!
started in 2001, the year I was born, in fact, and it ended in 2017. Quite the run, although it was a fall from grace. That was definitely one of my favorite shows. I mean, SpongeBob will always have my heart, but when the Fairly OddParents came on, I was not changing the channel, I could tell you that much. The original Fairly OddParents was set in Dimsdale. The main character was Timmy Turner, the basic average boy who had everything working against him. He was getting bullied at school. He had terrible parents. Oh, woe is me. He ended up getting his godparents, Cosmo and Wanda. This was a very episodic show. Each episode was something different. They do their big event episodes. There would be some threads, like later on they brought in Poof, who for some that was the beginning of the end. I was fine with Poof. I liked Poof. Then they even brought in Sparky, who stuck around, and that was when everything went plummeting down. They kept a few threads, but it was an episodic show by nature. Now, Fairly OddParents, A New Wish, it's gone and changed the game quite a bit, while still keeping elements of what worked originally, and ditching a certain blinking red flag element that was not working, which was the creator. Wow, it's almost like maybe more people should put fans in charge of these reboots instead of going to people who don't know what they're doing. I don't know. The first difference you notice with the Fairly OddParents A New Wish is the change in animation style. We've gone from the 2D drawing style to this 3D. It's still quite colorful. It's still vibrant. There's still a lot of movement and life in the animation. A lot of the 3D animation lately, it's been pretty lazy, but I feel like this 3D is kept similar vibes to the original while still being something new and bring something new to the table. I think it's been a good jump, and it's a lovely show to look at, for starters. Another big difference is instead of being in Dimsdale, we're in Dimadelphia. Okay, world building. Are we gonna go to Dim York City? Or would it be New Dim City? Scenarios. Another big change would be they are now serialized instead of episodic. While the episodes so far, the 4 that I've seen, they've been one-offs, but you can tell they're building to something. There is more to come, and these story points are setting the groundwork for future events. So Hazel is the new main character taking over for Timmy Turner.
Hiya, I'm Hazel. Here goes something!
I love Hazel. That character design, it's very fun. Like, put her on the merchandise. she's got the face for it. I think it's a very nice change to go from the original giving Timmy a token black friend to having the lead character be a black girl. And we see her loving, supportive black family. It's very refreshing, and it's a great way to bring the shows up with the times. And I find Hazel to be a very rootable main character. Timmy was a bit of a brat. He was very selfish. While Hazel, she's shown to be very caring. I also find her more relatable. Timmy was going through it, but his situations were very extreme. While Hazel, her issue is she's going through a change. With her brother being gone, she's in a new city, she's going to a new school. Maybe her whole life isn't a fire like Timmy's was. She definitely deserves some fairies in her world to make it easier for her to adapt to those changes. And I think it's a good story to tell to give kids who are going through either a move or their sibling going to college somebody who they can relate to. It's been so refreshing to see how much her family adores her. The hateful, useless family, it's been done so many times. So it's like, yeah, there is a lot of love here. Her parents are busy, but they still make time for Hazel. It's really nice to see, and I'm happy for her. I think Hazel's personality is very charming, and it lends itself well to making wishes. And I think as the show goes on, she will get very crafty. She has a natural curiosity for life. She's always questioning things. Those are great qualities to have, and I'm glad those qualities will be broadcast to kids so they can inspire to be more like Hazel. You did not want to be like Timmy, but you can be like Hazel all you want. She's a very good role model. Now Hazel is matched with Cosmo and Wanda, who are back. Yes.
Hi there, I'm Cosmo.
I'm Wanda.
And we're your next door neighbors.
You can't go wrong with Cosmo and Wanda. They've got the green and the pink. This show has done wonders for them as characters. They're finally back in their true form, Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
No.
Cosmo used to be the biggest idiot to ever live, and Wanda, she got relegated to being the nag. But now, Cosmo, he's gotten to have his few smart moments while still being dumber than Wanda, because he's dumb. While Wanda, she's got to have her dumb fun moments too, but Wanda, she still gets to be more of the, okay, let's reel it back together. But it's dumb leading the dumb, which is a great dynamic, and they're really getting to be a loving couple again, which was very lost. Like, that 10,000 year trip did them favors. And I'm glad to see that all the wrongs from previous have been righted with Cosmo and Wanda. They're also allowed to have more emotional range in this show. They have their human forms, which I think are helping them take on more humanity. They're more in the mix with the humans. They're still the oddballs. They're very much fairies, but it's a nice change. The evolution of Cosmo and Wanda in this series has been fantastic. They came out of retirement because they saw a kid in need.
Oh, Cosmo!
Should we come out of retirement? Hey, she's making a run for space camp!
Which is the core of their characters. They wanted to help the kids. And that kid is Hazel, of course. And those three have such a great dynamic. They feed off of each other well. In the second episode, when they were trying to be separated, it's like, no! They have such a fun dynamic. The chemistry is there for the three. I think Hazel gets to be more of a player now than Timmy was. It feels more like a team with Hazel there than it was just Cosmo and Wanda doing as Timmy pleased. But that core three has been very fun.
And we're my fairy godparents.
I'll discuss the first 4 episodes. The first episode was Fly. It was a double-length episode. It was the pilot. It was the basic introduction. We got the setup. We got Hazel missing her brother, new to the city. We got Cosmo and Wanda living right next door. They come over. They meet. Everything happens. Bada bing, bada boom. We got our show. It really set the stage well for what's to come. Used its time well. We got a taste of the humor. It had a heartfelt message. I particularly enjoyed when Hazel saved the ant. It just showed her caring nature, and it was a touching scene. It was fun. Like, she's talking to an ant. That's very creative. I hope we see the ant again, yes. Use that serialization to give me another Ant and Hazel scene. Sorry, I forgot your name, Ant, but I know you. But I think it did a great job establishing the world of Fairly OddParents' New Wish. The second episode was the Department of Magical Violations, and something is wrong here. Fairy World is not how it used to be, and I'm curious to see what comes from that. We got the return of Jorgen von Strangle. He's got a new beard now, cute.
Charmed. Literally.
What caught me was the vest he was wearing. It's new, so of course I was gonna be like, oh, something's up here. But it's gray. You know what gray makes me think of? The Pixies. Are we gonna get some pixie drama in here? I got my eye on you, you pixies, sucking up the fun. The wishes are now more by the books, which is why Jorgen came in to give Cosmo and Wanda a test, making sure they do their wishes properly. They're put up against Cookie.
I'm Cookie. Oh, kids love cookies.
I thought she was pretty fun. Cookie was ignoring what Hazel wanted. She just was not a match with Hazel at all, but she's supposed to be the model fairy. It reminds me of asking AI a question, because you don't really get what you wanted to get. They might get it right, but it's a very basic, it's a standard answer. It lacks creativity, it lacks fun, and that matches well with the Pixies. So my guess, 4 episodes in, is that the Pixies are working in Fairy World and have taken some control over the fairies. And that will be a big point of contention moving forward. The 3rd episode was Teacher's Pal, which dived into Hazel's school life. None of the school characters quite stuck out to me. I think I'll need another episode with them. But everybody was fine. Like, some good character designs. They didn't have, like, a Mr. Crocker. He would not fit in this show. He's a bit too extreme. That brand of chaos certainly made the school episodes of the original Fairly OddParents more lively. But I think we've got a balanced mix here, and some of the school characters could definitely stir up some trouble in future episodes. It was probably my least favorite episode of the bunch. I still thought it was good. It was definitely a good episode. I just don't have much to say on it, really. The 4th episode was The Dinosaur in Dimmodelphia. I thought this episode did a great job displaying some of the comedic chops of this series. It was probably the funniest episode for me. So we have Cosmo and Wanda. They bring a dinosaur to Dimmodelphia, and they knew the dinosaur on their 10,000 year trip. So I'm thinking, are we gonna keep referencing that? That could be fun, pulling different things from history and around the world in a few episodes. That could be a recurring episode format. I'd like that. But the interactions with the dinosaur were very funny. The dinosaur was out of place. Hazel was making her wishes. She got the dinosaur speaking English, which was fun. She made sure everybody was not scared of the dinosaur anymore, which, good wish, good wish. And they were getting the dinosaur a job. I just thought it was so funny. The episode had me cracking up. So that's where we're at with the show now. I'm very excited for future episodes. I'm curious to see where they take the show. And I will be along for the ride. Okay, I'm having a good time. I'm wondering if we'll get some cameos, maybe. I got my eye out for those. Are we gonna get an aged up Poof or what? I need to see Poof at least once. Just to know. Are we gonna get like Juan Decimo? I mean, we can leave the Dimsdale characters in Dimsdale. I'm just very curious to see what's going on in Fairy World. But I'm fine. I'm vibing out. I'm having a good time. I'm having some good laughs. And that's all a good show can do. So maybe I'll come back with another update as more episodes air. I'm sure there will be much more to discuss with this show in the future. So stay tuned. Bye.